Hello, my friend. It's your man, Will Murphy, coming to you today with a very important topic. We're talking about the 3 fat loss fundamentals. If you're looking to lose belly fat or fat in stubborn areas and things just aren't working that well, you've got to recheck these 3 areas. If you're not mastering these 3 areas, then the cardio, then the fat loss pills, and all these different things, they're not going to work for you. It's just going to be wasting your time. So nail these 3 areas down. You'd be surprised how your results get from where you are to where you need to be and where you want to be very quickly. Much faster than all these different hacks that people can sell you. Let's get to it. We'll count backwards, starting with number 3. And number 3 is just to track calories. You need to know what's going into your body first and foremost. Just the awareness of what your habits are, where you are deficient or where you might be taking too many calories in, and what days and in what scenarios. Just being aware of who you eat with and what types of food that you eat. Just to become aware of these different things can really change your patterns and your habits. Tracking your calories can really be an eye-opening experience, even if you're just starting or if you've been doing it for a while and you kind of stop somewhere. Tracking calories for me, I've stopped, the past 2 years I kind of stopped just because I kind of knew it on a base level, but what I didn't really find was my protein was not really where it needed to be. My protein was fairly low for wanting to build muscle and recover fast enough. Along with that, there were certain macronutrients that I wasn't getting enough of. My salt was a little low and different areas there. I find that using MyFitnessPal, the app, great app, which makes it very easy to track and log, and they even remind you during roughly around what times you would eat lunch, dinner, breakfast, and whatever. It just makes it much easier. It just makes it far easier to be able to track it. Tracking calories is very similar to tracking your monthly spending and your cash flow, how much money is coming in, how much money is going out. It's easy to do, but it also is very easy not to do. Most of the public do not track how much money they spend and how much money they take in per month, which is so sad. If you just do that with your cash and with your personal finance, it makes everything a whole lot easier, because you don't know if you're just messing around with the unknown, then you don't know what's working and what you don't know what's not working. So if things are going well, you have no reasons, you have no evidence to back up why it's going well or why it's not. Tracking calories is the same way. If you're not aware of what's coming in, how many calories roughly, how many meals you're taking in per day, what your water intake is, you have no idea whether it's working or whether it's not working. And that could be the really bad thing. So if it's really not working, you've got to start tracking just to have an idea of what's coming in. And then you get to a point, if you do it for a couple months, you'll have a point where your habits are so second nature that you probably don't have to track as much. You'll have a good idea. Number 2 is you've got to weight train, or at least some type of resistance training. I find that weight training holds a little bit more of a precedence for myself and for many of my clients over, say, cardio. Cardio is good. It's good to get a little extra calorie burn, although weight training is really great for burning fat. What happens if you weight train correctly and consistently on a weekly basis, your body will continue to burn an elevated amount of calories throughout the rest of the day. Up to about 48 hours, it can burn excess calories, because when you break down the muscles, when you do, let's say, a curl, for example, when you do curls and you're progressing, you're using higher weights, higher reps, whatever the case may be, when you do that on a consistent basis, your muscle has to regrow and recover, because exercise is breaking it down. So after it's broken down, you've got to build it back up. With weight training, throughout that process, it takes energy to rebuild and regrow. So even if you're a little bit more swollen around the arms or the biceps, your body is actually going to burn more calories, which is good news. Even if your muscles look a little bit bigger, your overall body fat percentage will go down. Your body fat mass will go down because it's taking extra calories to rebuild and regrow. So even if the weight scale doesn't drop drastically, as say if you did cardio, what it will do is you will lose more body fat, maybe not as much weight. Along with that, cardio, you might lose a lot of weight, but the trouble is, there's a good chance you'll lose muscle along with that, which is troubling, because the more muscle you have, the more calories you will burn. When your overall muscle mass and throughout your body goes down, what will also go down is your daily caloric expenditure, which makes it that much tougher in the long term to lose fat. It'll just make stubborn body fat even more stubborn. Last but not least, number one is having a long-term mindset. Rome wasn't built in a day. If you are looking to lose body fat, if you're looking to lose a considerable amount of it, maybe more than 10, 20 pounds, it's going to take some time. It's very important for you to have a mindset of, I don't want to get to where I need to be in 6 weeks. I want to get there in a couple months, maybe 12, 16 weeks. Don't attach a number to it even. Maybe don't even attach a number to it in general. What you want to do is just have the mindset of a healthy person, not missing workouts, always tracking your calories, getting enough sleep at night, nourishing your body with the nutrients that it deserves and that it requires. When you do this, it's the same thing as investments. If people who are trying to get rich quick stay poor long term. Same thing. If you're trying to get a six-pack short term, you're going to have a keg. You're going to have a beer belly long term. And the reason for this is because you're chasing quick fixes that aren't going to sustain you over the long term. Once the program is up, once the 6 weeks are up, you go back to your old ways and you're not sustaining yourself for the long term. If you consistently meet your demands of the body and nourish it and take care of it, you're going to have a much better system, much better biochemistry, a much better biomechanical system, so that you can keep your body fat levels low for the long term and not have to yo-yo 10 pounds, 20 pounds, 10 pounds up, 20 pounds down, 10 pounds up, 20 pounds down. And you're not going to yo-yo like so many people do. So that's it, my friends. I hope you enjoyed this video. The 3 fat loss fundamentals: track calories, weight train, and having a long-term mindset. Fat loss is about mental as just about anything else, but you've got to get really clear and specific. The more specific, the more clear your goals are, your dream is, the easier everything else comes into play. It's just a matter of putting your money where your mouth is and ensuring that you do what you need to do to get where you need to go. Take care, my friend. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you. Bye-bye.